Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lucian Greymark, otherwise known as Elm Greymark, and I'm here with some more Stonehearth. Just gonna play a bit more of this relaxing game while I chat to you guys. And I know I have literally 0 fans, but maybe in the future one day there will be some listening to this on the back, and that's okay. Really, I'm just doing this for a very good friend of mine. Someone very special to me, who likes enjoying, watching my videos, so I record for them. Really just as simple as that. And if you remember, if you've been following this series, all 2 videos of it, we are trying to build a wall around our camp to repel attacks from the beastly enemies that are around. And if memory serves, because it's been maybe about a week since I was playing this, there are a lot of trees around here, and we want them all. Every single last one of them. Now, as a quick recap, we have 10 villagers here, 10 halflings. 4 who are just builders, who will go around and do, whatever task is needed of them. 2 who are dedicated soldiers. 2 who are dedicated farmers. And 1 mason. Could have sworn we had a carpenter as well. What happened to them? Did I fuck up? I might have fucked up. Alright, let's make you... What? You. Change jobs. What happened to my... Oh, there it is. I'm blind. We also have a carpenter. God, that was embarrassing. We've got our fancy little wall here, and that can have some people standing on top of it, but mostly our soldiers here will just patrol around and defend our camp against anyone who wants to attack it. And we're really just waiting for my mason here to level up a wee bit. And they've already got a lot of what they need. And I think, yes, we are just waiting for them to build the blacksmith's hammer now so that we can get that trucking along. If we look down here at our mine, and we go to the tunnel mining overlay, we can see that our people have got a little bit of work to do. There's still some more to go there, but they've made some good progress. And we're already seeing ores and things starting to drop. If we go back up to the top, we've got all of our storage along here. Stone, for the most part. Very empty at the moment because we're not really collecting an awful lot. Mostly just building with it. And we've got a lot of wood sitting there. If we cut away to the house overlay, we can see that we've got, 4 comfy beds, which just give, better stats for our villagers, for our halflings. And we're going to start seeing if we can place some chests in here to store food. Now the real... I don't really want that to go there. Oh, we'll get rid of it later. The advantage of storing food close to the beds is that if they're hungry upon waking up, they'll just eat rather than having to run to the farm. It's quite convenient, really. Just saves some of their walking distance. In a lot of this game, especially the... let's say higher level play, but I don't know if there is higher level play in Stonehearth. Sort of the... knowing a little bit more of what you're doing in this game is about reducing the distance your halflings have to walk to get any given task done. Right? So what we're doing here and cutting all of this wood down is we're trying to store it in one central place. And we'll store food in this one. And we will store wood in this one. We want them storing it in one central place so that when they need to go and do something, they don't have to go off, cut a tree, walk all the wood back. They can just get up, get the wood, go to where they need to go. Or, if it's over here, they can just get the wood from there and go. And I'll probably make another wood storage place next to the carpenter here. In fact, let's do that now if I've got the materials to do so. I do. Oops. Wrong button. Crikey. Every time. Let's move that. What have you got to sell me, Rufus? Okay, so Rufus Garrow is our favourite because he sells us ore. This down here. We're going to need a lot of that later, but for now... Oh, we can sell him food! Did they change that again, or is it just him specifically who can sell food to? Right, well, let's sell all of that, and we'll get some more. Right, where are our invaders coming from? Defend! It's a Varanus. It's just a tiny Varanus. Our soldiers should hopefully be able to do their jobs. Oh, they're miles away. That's right. Here we go. We've got him. We're just going to swarm the crap out of him. There we go. Look at that. And it's done. So we're going to put wood in this one. Wood in this one. And we're going to put loot, specifically. Gold in this one here. Now, there's a bit of gold that pops up from time to time. You can see that there. And Rufus Garrow, obviously, has vanished because the invaders turned up. Ah. So here's the main mechanic of the combat in this game. If we have a look around, without too much trouble, we can probably spot where this goblin came from. Ah, over here. So this is a goblin camp, and they're going to demand that we give them tribute. So at the moment, he's just saying, look, hold on to this stuff for me, and I'll be back later to take it from you. And apparently he's going to be back now. So we're going to have to fight some goblins in the near future, which is tolerable. We can handle it. But what we really need to do quite rapidly now is build up to the blacksmithing tier of production and get some better weaponry and armor and some higher level soldiers, because we are not going to last very long at all with these goblin raiding parties charging us. Now, as you can see, these goblins are a lot stronger than the enemies we've been facing previously. They do a lot more damage, and they're a lot tougher. So we're going to be able to take this down, but it's going to do a lot of damage to our infantry, and they run away, which can make it awkward to fight them sometimes, but we're going to get them here. There's one. And he's running away because he's heavily wounded. So we're going to be able to pull this off, but as you can see, we're already starting to struggle for health, which we desperately need. So we're going to have to make another soldier, probably. And we've got to level up. But what we desperately need is healing. So we're going to get our farmers to start... We're going to convert one of these farms to do it. Start crafting bright bellflowers. Now what bright bellflowers will do is they are medicinal. They don't look medicinal, but they are a medicinal herb that a herbalist can craft into healing bandages / potions. And once we have a herbalist that can do that, they'll be able to heal our soldiers up from the pretty decrepit state that they're in right now. And let's just have a quick look here. We do actually have an extra wooden sword, and we have a blacksmithing hammer now. So let's go to you, change jobs, become a blacksmith, and we'll put the blacksmithing center over here, I think. You make me one of those. Shouldn't take too long. Might have to go down into the tunnels to do it. That was our blacksmith there, it was. So we're just going to keep an eye on our furniture thing here, and as soon as, there it is, that pops up, we're going to place it. Because we need to start making iron bars as soon as we possibly can. Well, copper bars to start with, and then iron. We only have level 2. Oh no, we have level 3s now. Okay. And he's nearly level 4. That's great. They're both quite wounded, though. Both very wounded. Hopefully they heal a bit quicker. Right, so we need to start making copper bars. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 3 of those, and then immediately make a forge. And this isn't an iron bar, this is just any metal ingot. So we've got copper and tin, which can be crafted together into bronze. We have iron, steel, which requires a bit of coal and iron, silver and gold. And as you can see, there's quite some interesting stuff that can be made here, including a lot of weapons, armor, and some new tools, including carpenter's saw, engineering wrench, not a winch, and a knight's shield. And then there's just some decorative and storage stuff in the end. But what we're really interested in is this tree here. The moment we've got some copper and some tin, which we're going to make, we're going to make some bronze maces, and we're going to try and make some bronze armor as well. Fantastic. But we do need a lot more copper. So what we're going to have to do is pick one of our hearthlings, preferably this one here, and they are only allowed to mine. Great, with another level 3 footman. That's fantastic. Now, we've just sold a lot of food, but that's okay, because, you know, we've got a lot. So we're sort of under the gun here now. We've got to get enough resources. Oh, crikey, that was not what I wanted to do. We've got to get enough resources and materials and weapons and things to defeat this camp before they start sending things that are overwhelming. And the first giant has popped up on the map. So giant zombies will periodically pop up with these loot chests next to them. There's probably another one floating around, actually. I refuse to believe that's the first one. And if you can take them down, they give you some pretty good loot. But they are really difficult to take down. Problem is, the goblins will also try and take down these giant zombies and get the loot for themselves, which will make them stronger. So we need to do that before they do. Ah, Rufus, you're back. Excellent. And I can still sell food to you, so that's encouraging. When did I get a trapper's knife? Oh, well, I've got that now. Let's buy all of that. In fact, let's buy all that we can, because we desperately need copper right now. Thank you, Rufus. Let's sell those, and those, and those, and those, and hell, why not all of those as well? And then let's buy just a little bit more of the tin. Cool. Okay, so we should now have enough to just maintain. So what we're going to do now is something slightly different to what we've done before. We're going to maintain 3 copper ingots. Craft. We're going to maintain 3 tin ingots. And as soon as we can, we're going to maintain bronze ingots. But we need to get our blacksmith up to level 1. There we go. There he is. Okay, so now we're going to get bronze, craft, maintain 3. And then we're going to craft 2 of those, and I can't get this yet because I don't have leather, which is annoying. That's us. Okay, so what they're doing here is being like, hey, look, you need to do this thing for me. They're giving us a bunch of stuff here. So what we're going to do is have to craft or defeat or accumulate enough resources to meet one of those requirements. We're going to do the military one, because it's the easiest one to do without me having to focus on extra stuff too much. So for the military one, we have to build the Valor of Cid, which is a... I think it's in here, in the forge. Don't know where it is. But it's a crafting thing that requires a lot of high-level monster trophies. So we're going to have to get ourselves in a spot where we can do a bunch of fighting. And as you can see, our resident blacksmith here is already doing a lot of work. They're getting a lot of XP too, so we really want them to get to level 2 as soon as they possibly can. Because level 2 blacksmiths gain access to armor and such, but also they gain access to iron, which is just the next stage of awesome things. We've got another band of goblins incoming. These ones are weaker, but they are more numerous, so I am a little worried. I'm a little worried indeed. Here we go. As you can see, we're already suffering, although they are scared, which is good. We are going to have to defend our camp, however, otherwise they're going to steal all sorts of really useful things. Oh no. So many goblins. I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose this footman. Save him. Yes! That's it. Chase them down. Hopefully we can get there. Oh, they've already killed the giant zombie. That's irritating. We're only going to be able to get the one, I'm afraid. They're going to steal... What are they stealing? Is that just a box? Oh, that's fine. No, don't chase him. Don't chase. Cancel combat order. No, come back. Come here. Come on, lads. Retreat home. Retreat home. No! They went too far. They delved too greedily and too deep. I might have to drag them all the way back to the home settlements so that they gain the help of the rest of the townsfolk here, who have got some basic weapons. Come on, lads, run. Over here. Live. Yes, I know they're on severely low health. Help them out! That's right, mob the fucker. Take them down. That's it. You can do it, team. Okay, looks like we're gonna win this. Yay! Alright. That was a little stressful. As you can see, we desperately need a herbalist, and I think... Yeah, I still don't have what I need to do that, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you craft a herbalist staff now. We've still got a crop growing of those medicinal herbs, but we should be able to start on getting some healing done. And we desperately need that right now, because those soldiers are so close to being dead. Look at them. They're on their last legs. So what we might do actually for now is change their jobs just back to workers and swap other people to footmen in the time being. Just to rotate in the healthy ones. The few that I have. You are a level 3 mason. You'll do. What are you? You're a level 4 carpenter. See, this is the problem that we have now. I'm going to have to rotate in these ones here. Obviously, this is one of my soldiers already. You were a soldier. You were not. Change jobs. I'm not going to make a daily update. Just a trader arrives in your town. No, we don't want those. Come on, hurry up and make it. Yes! Okay, so let's just wait until he puts that down, wherever he's going to put it down. There we go. Pause. So, hang on. Go here, click you, click that. Job abilities. He's got nothing, alright. So he's level 3, 4. Okay, you are an ideal person to become my herbalist. And you see this guy's quite wounded, so he's walking slower than normal, and I think he's quite sad as well. Yeah, he is. He's quite sad. Which is why they're walking in sort of that glum expression. And this guy is just severely depressed. 10% reduced. Also, he's severely injured, which fucks with their movement as well. We really, really badly need a herbalist. We're actually in bad shape here. We might have to restart. Like I said, this game is not easy. We should be able to harvest that. I'm sort of in a weird spot right now because we haven't gotten... Yeah, no, we're fucked. Okay, time to quit. Restart. Actually, I might just load... No. We're going to start from scratch. Alright, so... Let's try this again. The game starts off slow, it gives you some time to sort of get your life in order, and then just absolutely beats you over the head with difficulty. So let's try again, shall we? So, we'll play the Ascendancy, because I just like their abilities the best. We'll play on normal. You're a builder, I like you. You're also a builder. Oh, I see, so they like to do building, but makes them cranky if they don't. I can't just individually reroll them until I get the stuff I like. I'm sort of gonna min-max a wee bit more this time. That's a really good one. 6 mind to start with a crafter's personality. You'll be a really good carpenter. We kind of want to get someone who has a high body and spirit, but has a warrior mentality or something similar to that. What's that? No. Five, 6, coldest animal companion. No. So that Potter, lol. So we're gonna. I'm just gonna sift through this for a wee bit here. Let's have a talk in the meanwhile. So So what we did wrong in that game was something that I forget to do often, and it's dig a moat around the colony immediately. It's very easy to dig a moat. You can dig it quite quickly and quite deep, and it just prevents things from charging into the camp, which makes the game trivial. But, oh damn, I skipped past one to focus. It makes the game quite trivial because the enemies can't actually get to you. There are some ranged enemies later that can cause trouble, but at least initially, they're not that dangerous. However, it also came to make the game boring to watch. So what we're going to do this time is we're going... Also, I tried to make a wall that was entirely too large. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to fortify a smaller area to start with, make a little keep, that we can garrison all of our people inside and defend much more easily. Oh man, not getting a good roll on this guy at all. You'd think I would have by now. Although I did skip past one, so there's that. 6 and 3. So Spirit is Courage, is the easiest way to put it. And it's one of the most important stats for a warrior, even above Body. Body is sort of damage and health, but if they don't have high Spirit, they'll just run away from every fight, which kind of makes their Body stat pointless. But you want a good mix of the both. Like, this would be okay. In fact, 4 Mind is really nice. I might just keep him. Passionate Weaver. Yeah, hell with it. We'll work on this one. Heck, we'll work on this guy. He's already got a warrior mentality. So you sort of want a mix of both, and then you don't want something that's going to make them just dreadfully useless at doing all of the other things that they need to do. Come on, just give me a 4-4 or a 5-5. That's all I want. 5-6-2. That'd make a decent farmer. For farmers, you sort of want a high body stat because they've got to run around a lot. That would be okay if their stats were just a little bit higher. Oh, this is actually ideal. Yeah, we'll just run with this. This is great. He's going to be our footman for the time being. What we really need now is someone who can just be a body mule. So someone with a high body stat doesn't need to learn very much, and preferably has that pack mule trait. That would be great. We're going to want a couple of gardeners too. This guy will actually... No, he's got too low health, too low body. Huh. Okay, that'll do. Yep. Five, 3, 5, 5. Stoic, empathetic. Sure, this will do. And we want to re-roll you. 1, 5, 5. That'd be a decent soldier. 5, 5, 3 for an engineer. No. Oh, Stoic and Callous? No. We do need a really good gardener. Come on, game, just give me the watering can with a 5 or 6 body. Rolling past some really nice stats here. Ooh. That could be okay, and you can do something else. Oh, no, it's only 3 mind. Not getting what we want here. That'll do. And we'll just get an all-rounder for this one, so we sort of want even stats with 4-4-3, opinionated. No, that's not very good. 5-2-6, 3-6-4, wants to be a cook, professor. That'll do. Alright. Three, two, one, mark. Let's do it. Right, so we're going to do the food for days one again, because that works pretty well. I kind of want to start with the herbalist. Yeah, fuck it, let's start with the herbalist. I don't have a farmer to start, but we always get the carpenter. So that will do fine. We can live with that. And the trap is really good. So last time we did a low ground strategy. This time we're going to do a high ground strategy. We're going to start... Oh, wow, that's a really nice one. We're going to start there. And we're going to dig into the mountainside to get our stone, because I like building with stone. That's how I primarily like to play. This is going to be a weird one, though, because we're going to be surrounded by rocks above us. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start, like, here, probably. This is going to be an interesting one. Got no water. Don't really want to start down there. We could start here and build up onto the hill. That's actually kind of a neat idea. Let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. Rocking Puppy Steader. Okay. Okay, that's a name. Right, where's our fancy carpenter? I thought I had one. Was it you? I think it was you. There was no one else that wanted to be a carpenter? Yeah, it was you. Okay. Character sheet. No, not character sheet. Change jobs. Carpenter. Approve. Oh, looks like... No, that's the trapper. Do we always get the trapper? Inventory. No, we don't always get the trapper. Okay. Right, now who's our soldier? You. We're going to not make them a soldier just yet. Because we want them to go as long as we possibly can doing stuff around the camp. Now, if we look at the job progression system, which is not something I really talked about before, you go from trapper to shepherd. So that's for like cows, sheep, chickens, etc. Footman can go to either archer or knight, and the herbalist can go to a cleric. So the knight is a big tanking unit, takes a lot of damage, deals a lot of damage out of melee. Archer is exactly what you expect, damage dealer from range. The cleric heals and buffs everyone else, so we want to get a high level herbalist reasonably quickly so that we can have some combat healing for our troops. And the blacksmith goes to an engineer, which can create static defenses. So that's like traps and like turrets and things. The mason goes to a potter, which can create some pretty decent like, what would you call it? Sort of aesthetic things for your people that make them really happy. And of course, the farmer goes to the cook, which gives us some really interesting late-game food options that really help our people survive on a minimum amount of food. But what we really want to do for now is plan out who gets what. So our cook is going to want to start as a farmer, because obviously, you know, the farmer goes up to the cook, so they need to be the farmer first. So we're not going to give them a job immediately until we have, you know, a farmer's tool to give them. The weaver has no prerequisite job, and it has no job that it builds into, so we don't want to give them a job either. This is someone we also want to make a farmer, so those two will be our farmers. This is obviously our carpenter. This guy here will probably end up being our trapper, at least to start with, and this will end up being another soldier. So let's, and of course, you know, there's going to be more people turning up, so let's do that. Click to approve. So the trapper has a slightly different way of collecting food than the farmer. And we're just going to let them... Actually, while they're doing that... Okay, so now that they've done that, let's harvest a bunch of these trees. Just a whole bunch of them. I'm going to need them all. Got to catch them all. Or in this case, got to cut them all down. Okay, so the way the trapper works is you designate a zone like that, and they will go and put traps down. And then, you know, kill the poor little animals that get stuck in them for their meat and pelts, which you can sell for a pretty penny. We've also got the carpenter now, so we can create the carpenter's shack, and we're going to start digging into the mountainside early, but we're going to do it slightly differently this time. We're going to designate a spot to dig out for going into the mountain, and then we're going to build up the mountain in a staircase so that we can width 2, just make it a width 1 freestanding height. What was I going to say? Right, we're going to go up the mountain so that we can start building a fortress up the top of it up here. And that's pretty important, because what that's going to allow us to do is create a spot up the top here where we can look down on the enemies, collect all those resources, and build all of our defensive structures up there, rather than having to do it on the low ground. And we're going to be able to create one specific point that the enemies can get up, similar to making a wall, except the terrain's already made the wall for us, which is why I was quite happy to see this when we spawned in. And we've got another one over here that we can make a bridge to, which will be even harder to get to. So we've got some options for some really cool late game stuff going on. We have the carpenter's station, so we'll do that. And immediately designate some zone for some wood to go. You start making me crates, maybe 5 of them. And make like 10 bits. That should get him leveled up pretty quick. So the trapper's going to go off and immediately start doing things over there. We'll make some places where they can store their resources. But what we want to do is plan out where and how we want our underground mine to look. So we're going to want coffers deep into the mountain here. We've got quite a deep mountain to build coffers into, which is nice. Now what coffers are is just in modern parlance, it's used to designate money for the most part. You know, something where money is stored. I forget, is there a way to cancel? No, there isn't, so I'm going to have to actually just start that from scratch. That's annoying. Coffers in the modern parlance is a way of designating where money should be stored. But in the medieval parlance, it was a way of storing everything, right? It was an underground, or usually it was storage against the back of a wall. So if you had like a big wall that you'd built around your territory, you would put your storage against the back of it. Which could then be used to actually support, you know, other troops. So you'd extend the back of the wall in towards the center of your settlement and put more and more fortifications on it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a little storage point there. Can't quite do it on that one, so we're going to just remove this and start from scratch. Now I'm just going to keep doing this for a while because I've got people doing their own thing all over the place. And I sort of just want to let my carpenter get some levels. And the reason why I'm building the back end of it like I am with this 2-tiered system is it's going to be a place I'll do all of my crafting with my blacksmith here, and then they'll store all of their materials in this region. That's sort of why I'm doing that. And back here we will make some storage huts. We'll just crenellate the inside of it like that. Make a big corridor back here, and this is where we'll store most of the wealth of the colony. Back deep in the recesses here where it's very difficult to get to. And they will just steadily mine this out as the game goes by, giving me resources as they go. Now what we might find is that they stumble across, and there's a bit of space here, but I'll use that to make stairs. We might find that they'll stumble across veins of ore like they did here, and they'll dig that on. Obviously you can see we've got a lot more tin ore popping up now, which is good. So we'll just get rid of that slice. And we'll just say, actually we'll go edit. We'll do it out of stone, I think. Stone. Yep, finished editing. Build. Yes, start building. You finished editing. No, don't remove. Keep this building. Build. Yes. Okay, so they'll go and build those stairs now so we can get up the top. We will desecrate this statue, seeing as we have no cultists. The cultists get really salty if you desecrate the stone bunny statues. And we're falling a little bit behind on getting our things squared away. So let's place some boxes. No, wrong button every time. Go back to your work. Nothing to see here. Right, are you level 1 yet? I think you are. You are. Right, let's make 2 hose, 1 mason, 1 soldier. Can't do that just yet. We'll make a good 10 boxes. And that'll have to do, I think. Yeah, so... oh, that was that. Excellent. So let's have a look at how they've done already. Look at that. They've actually mined a huge portion of what we wanted them to do. And you can see that this is a lot quicker than trying to dig down into the dirt and then, you know, spread out from there. So starting next to a hill has its obvious advantages. And having these bunny statues nearby is handy because, as you can see, they yield a lot of stone. So what we're going to do early on is build a wall out from here, across and in, and that'll create a curtain wall that we can build inside and have our farms on. And then all of our structures and things will be up here and across and up here. And I should be able to actually, if I make a... we'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. Right, let's grab our designated farmers. You and... now, keep in mind we're still on the first day here. It's nearing the end of the first day, but look how much progress we've already made. We've got a lot of wood stored up. We're getting farmers going. We've got a trapper who's doing work. And we're just generally in a good spot. So it's a sharp contrast to where we were before. And I can't actually do anything with that, so we'll just leave it fallow for now. And we'll get our other farmer as well. Where's the other one? You. Change jobs. Farmer. So now what we really want to do is just really push forward on the food front and cut down these trees here. So let's designate these trees for harvesting. Now we're not going to deforest the entire place because trees are where animals spawn for the trapper, which is why I put the trapper's traps all the way over here. And you can see some of them have already caught some animals, so we'll get some food reasonably quickly. And they're all eating their little hearts out, which is good. You know, we sort of want them to be well fed. And now we're just going to speed it up. So I think I'm probably going to end this episode here, as awkward as it's been, and I will continue recording a couple more and start uploading them. Have a good day. My name is Lucian Greymark, and we'll see you next time. That was an awkward way of ending that, but there you go.